this is Genviéve, and today I'm coming to you with a little lesson about key signatures and how to find do. It's really simple. You just need to dig out some of those music basics that you've stored in the back of your memory, and you'll have no trouble figuring out do in any major key. Before we begin, we need to review notes on the staff, solfege, and half steps. Let's get to it. Notes on the staff. Let's start with the treble clef, also known as the G clef. There are 4 spaces and 5 lines. The spaces from bottom to top are F, A, C, E, or face, which is easy to remember. The lines are E, G, B, D, F. A few fun mnemonic devices to help you remember this are Every Good Boy Does Fine, which is probably the best known, but I also like Elephant's Got Big Dumb Feet. That usually makes my students giggle. On to the bass clef, also known as the F clef. Again, there are 4 spaces and 5 lines. The spaces from bottom to top are A, C, E, G, in which we all probably know all cows eat grass. And the lines are G, B, D, F, A, or Good Boys Do Fine Always, but I like God's Burritos Don't Feature Avocado. The thing for beginner music readers to know about the lines and spaces is that they always represent those specific note letters. The pitch may change if we add a sharp or a flat. However, this line that is circled around the curve of the treble clef will always be G. And this line where the F clef symbol starts and which these 2 dots protect will always be F. Hence why they're also called the G clef and the F clef. Solfege. Solfege is one of my favorite topics in music. Starting from tonic, or the home tone of a key, the syllables are as follows. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do to do is a major scale. There are a couple of schools of thought on how we treat solfege in comparison to key, but for us, we are using movable do and la bass minor. If you don't understand what that means yet, don't worry about it. Just get excited about all the solfege that we're going to do. Question: is C always do? No, our do is movable. Depending on the key we are singing in, tonic or the home tone is do. Now, let's use solfege to talk about our half steps. A half step is the smallest musical interval used in Western tonal music. When singing a major scale, or do to do in solfege, our pitches are separated by intervals of half steps and whole steps. I'm sure you can figure it out. 2 half steps equal a whole. I'm going to skip over whole steps for the moment and show you the 2 half steps that occur naturally in a major scale, mi to fa and ti to do. Let's use a different visual to understand these half steps. On the keys of a piano, you can see the distance between whole and half steps. In a C major scale, E to F or mi to fa is a half step, and B to C, T to do is the other. Notice how these white keys on the piano are not separated by a black key. There is no tone in between. These are half steps, and they will help us determine key and find do. Now that the notes on the staff, solfege, and half steps are refreshed in your memory, let's talk key signatures. Key signatures are located after the clef symbol on every line of music. A key signature is made up of only flats or only sharps, but not both. The order of the flats and sharps matter in the key signature, but for our purposes today, we don't have to learn the order. There are 2 key signatures that you have to memorize, and those are C major, which has 0 sharps or flats. In C major, C is do. Do is always the namesake of the key. And you need to memorize F major, which has 1 flat and looks like this. What is do in F major? That's right, it's F. Even if you didn't say it out loud, I know you were thinking it because you are an intelligent human being. Great job, so proud of you. Now on to the rest. Let's start with the easiest. Here is how you find do in key signatures with flats. You look at the second to last flat and you've got do. It's that easy. So this key signature has 4 flats. We go to the second to last flat, and that is A flat. That is the key signature. Therefore, A flat is do. Here's a key signature with 2 flats. We go to the second to last flat, which so happens to also be the first, and it's a B. B flat major. Therefore, B flat is do. Now sharp keys. This time we look at the very last sharp. This sharp is T in our solfege major scale. So that means that 1/2 step above it is do, and voila, we find our major key. This key signature has 1 sharp. We know this is F sharp. We go up 1/2 step, and we are on G. So this is the key of G major, and G is do. This key signature has 5 sharps. The last sharp is on the A, so a 1/2 step above A sharp is B. We are in B major, and B is do. You made it! That's really all there is to it. If you're new at this and you're worried about remembering the tricks to finding the key, don't worry. Every time you glance your eyes down on your music, it will get easier. The more you learn about music theory, the more these beginning concepts become second nature. Even just making it this far through my instructional video places you a few steps ahead of where you were before it. Now, are there exceptions to these rules? Absolutely. Music is not an exact science. Some contemporary pieces do not have a key whatsoever. Some music is in different modes, which doesn't necessarily change the key or the solfege, but absolutely changes the concept of home tone. Most commonly, though, as choral singers, we will find the exceptions to this rule when a composer modulates to a different key but doesn't change the key signature, most likely because the key will modulate multiple times and it begins to look messy on our sheet music. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to leave a comment for myself, Andrew, or Catherine, and we would love to talk shop with you. You can also shoot us an email at our Chorus of Westerly email addresses, and I look forward to talking more music theory with all of you. See you at our next rehearsal or, in this strange time, at our next Zoom meeting. Bye.